This podcast is powered by Roberts Media Group, your resource for podcast development. For more programming and advertising opportunities, please visit us at robertsmediagroup.co.
And I am bad and bougie, and I'm acting like I'm cute, and I'm so
You are tuning in to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. Welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show, where we pass no judgments on being pro-anti-kids for at least 30 minutes. Get ready to experience some amazing mommy time with these badass moms sharing their point of view on relationships, self-love, social media, and plenty more. Hi guys, and welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. This is Britt, your host of the Bad and Bougie Moms. I know it's been a while since we have last spoken. Of course, if you follow me on the Bad and Bougie Moms Instagram page, you hear me always talking about how busy I am. Like, I want to start a drug cartel, or I need to get like a premium Snapchat page, something where I can just chill and just collect these coins while being cute. That's all I want to do at this point. So yes, I'm still here, still being a great mom, still being fabulous, and I hope you guys are too. So on this episode, I got the opportunity to actually interview one of my very close friends growing up. Her name is Rosetta H. After you listen to her story, you are definitely going to fall in love with her as well. All right, so here's a little bit about Rosetta. So Rosetta is 31 years old and will be celebrating her 32nd birthday soon in November. Shout out to the Scorpios. She recently walked away from her military career, where she was active duty in the U.S. Army for 6 years. While serving, she was stationed in Hawaii for 2 years, and after going through a tough divorce, God led her back to Fort Benning, where she is surrounded by her amazing support system. Being back in Fort Benning, this is where she met the love of her life, who helped convince her that she did not have to stay in a career where she was constantly stressed out and mentally drained all the time. So she left. Fast forward to now, Rosetta and her family decided to step into the real estate investing world. Right now, they own a duplex where they live in one side and have a tenant on the other side. They are also currently in the process of obtaining a fourplex very soon. Can you say winning? Oh my gosh, like, she is doing great. I love it. All right, so here, her goal is to acquire about 15 units in the next 4 to 5 years, so that her and her boyfriend can also, her boyfriend can also quit his job, and they both can enjoy not having to clock in for anyone and do what they want while they are still young. Personally, if that wasn't personal enough for you guys, she enjoys making videos on social media for fun. Rosetta has recently started her lot journey thanks to her good friends, and love making videos on the process of her lots. So you guys, thank you so much for following the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast. Make sure you share, like, and comment. I hope you enjoyed this episode just as much as I enjoyed catching up with Rosetta. And if you would like to be on the podcast, of course, just DM me, or you can hit me up on the email that is on BBM podcast. Well, Bad and Bougie Mom podcast on Instagram. All right, you guys, here we go. Hi, you guys. This is Britt with the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. And on today's episode, I have Miss Rosetta. Hi, Ro. How you doing, girl? How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, you guys. So Rosetta and I have known each other since back in the 90s?
Yes.
Why is it so old? Oh my God. Yeah, so back in the 90s, Boys and Girls Club, me and her playing basketball at summer camps, but all this bitch can play basketball. She played way better than me. So, yes, so Miss Rosetta. So, Ro, tell the people about you, where you from, what you like, how many kids you have, are you single, married, you kind of just hopping around, you know what I'm saying? So, everything. So, go ahead, introduce yourself, girl.
Hey, okay. I'm Rosetta, and like Brittany said, we go way back. We had some good times. Ooh,
yes.
Wee.
Yes. Oh, that's
And,
whole another episode, child. Go ahead.
I know. So a little about myself. I just recently came out of active duty on the Army side. Right now, I'm in the National Guard until January.
Okay.
as of right now, I'm a stay-at-home girlfriend, you know.
Okay.
Get on one of these little housewife shows. But me and my boyfriend just stepped into the real estate investing side. And as of right now, we have a duplex. And we actually had a meeting today to sign for a triplex.
Nice.
So we out here just trying to buy up Columbus, you know what I'm saying?
I know, girls playing it like it's a Monopoly board. I'm
Yes,
just
ma'am.
like, okay. I ain't mad at it at all whatsoever. All right, so we're gonna take it back for a second. Like I said, did you mention you have a son?
Yes, I have an 8-year-old.
Yes, an 8-year-old named
Roman Jackson.
Yes, Roman is amazing. All right, so taking it back on the day that you had Roman, do you actually remember like your whole delivery situation?
I do.
Okay, well, tell us about it, girl. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was one of those parents who thought I had my birth plan together. You know, when I get to the doctor, hey, here, doctor, this how it's gonna go. So don't even come to me talking about epidural, all this other good stuff. Brittany, when I tell you that first contraction hit and I had the epidural so fast, not only did I have it fast, they had a student. They said, well, we're gonna wait until the teacher, the main nurse, come to our student right here. I said, well, let the student learn, baby. Give him the needle. Baby, when I tell you that student learned real quick how to put one in because I was not waiting.
Oh my gosh.
How do people do it naturally anyway, Brittany?
I don't know. I tell folks all the time, I'm not for it. And I let my doctor know prior to my visit. I'm like, look, if there's any paperwork I need to sign off on,
there you go.
Let me know because I don't want no confusion when I walk up in there.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
see, I learned my lesson.
Exactly. If folks are like, oh my God, it's not healthy for the baby. It's so many kids out there and parents that had epidurals. Mine will be okay. I promise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why
would you wish that negativity on me? No, ma'am.
Right. So you have the epidural. Obviously, at this point, you're not feeling anything. So
no, ma'am.
Right, so
I was having a good time. He came out, and voila, I'm a whole mother out here. Hot girl summer over. So yes, I had my baby, and it was a little rough after I had him. I was in Columbus, and from maybe when he turned 6 months, I moved to Wisconsin, and that was just to get away. I was going through a lot of things, and from Wisconsin, I joined the military.
Okay, so Wisconsin. So were you the only Black person up there?
I was. Okay, and you know what? Everybody asked me that. So what happened was, I told my sister who was living in Chicago at the time that I needed a change of scenery. I was going through a lot with Roman's dad. And we actually just Googled the safest place up north, and it was Middleton, Wisconsin. It's a retirement city. Brittany, when I tell you, we didn't know anybody there.
Oh, my God.
And we packed up a U-Haul. We drove up there, found an apartment, and we was living.
In Wisconsin, out of all places.
I know, but it was one of the safest places, and that's what we Googled.
Okay, all right. So, well, obviously it snows up there. So, what?
Yes.
I mean, did you have
and that's when we left.
Okay,
we moved up there, and it might have been March, and we left in December. It was too cold.
Okay. So even in a full year, I'm about to say, because once that cold hit, that's not like Georgia
it's a whole different cold up there, baby. Yes.
All right, so you went to Wisconsin, got into the military, and then you were stationed where?
My first duty station was Schofield, Hawaii. Schofield Barracks, Hawaii.
Girl, look at you living it up. So you go from Wisconsin to Hawaii.
Hawaii, exactly. I was in Hawaii, and I loved Hawaii. A lot of people, when they get over there, they what they call it, island sickness, where it's like you can't go anywhere. So in their eyes, you can't do much, but all I knew was Columbus. So over there, I was having a ball. I had a great time over in Hawaii.
Oh my gosh. All right. So after Hawaii, so how many duty stations have you moved so far before you got out?
Hawaii and Fort Benning. That's it.
Girl, what kind of stuff?
Yes. Well, I was only in for 6 years. So
still.
I know.
That's not a lot. And then you went back home. Like you went from Hawaii to Fort Benning. Okay.
Now, I was in Hawaii for about 2.5 years, and then I came on a compassionate reassignment, which is where the military allows you to move closer to family for maybe for type of circumstances where someone might be sick or, you know, you have something going on to where you need the support of your family. And I was blessed enough to have that. So I came back here to Fort Benning, where I ended up ending my time of service here.
Okay. All right. So 6 years. Well, I feel like it was so much longer than that.
I know. A lot of people say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I swear I thought you did a cool, like, 11.
Okay.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Oh, all right. So 6 years. So Fort Benning. All right. So you're out. So what made you decide to go National Guard?
Well, the decision to get out mainly came from, I was tired, Brittany. You know, one thing that I've learned in the military is time is of the essence.
Right.
And so I found out that, you know, I wasn't spending enough time with my family, with my son, you know, my significant other, and the stress of my job was trickling on down to my home.
Right.
So I prayed about it, and with the support of my boyfriend, he was like, "Hey, get out of there. Ain't no about it. If you unhappy, leave." And so I said, "All right, now look."
Now don't be playing with me now, because this is my only method of income. Okay. So I need to make sure you are serious about this.
Exactly. He was like, put your 2-week notice in. I was like, it's not that simple. But nevertheless, I did get out, and to end my actual contract, my contract actually ends in January. So I have to still serve, you know, the full term of that contract.
Gotcha.
So I will be out of the National Guard come January 2020.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that's crazy, because my nephew, now one of them is just in the military. So both of my nephews went Marines. And
that's so awesome.
Girl, yes. So both of them Marines. One of them is actually stationed in Japan right now, but the oldest one just got out in September. And I remember talking to him, and the first thing he said was like, "Auntie Brittany, I don't know what I'm gonna do." And people don't understand, like, when you've been in the military, because he only served, I want to say 5 years. When you've been in there for so long, that's all you know. Like,
exactly, Brittany. Yes.
You just need to go to one person, right? Be like, yo,
the
I need this.
Babies you.
Yes. So he was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, trust me, people do this all the time. It's called life.
Yes.
Right? I'm like, just find a job, you know. And I'll say the fact that, you know, you was able to get out with a clean slate, people gonna want you anyway.
Brittany,
so,
amen.
Yeah. So
seriously, because a lot of people, I ranked up pretty fast in the military, and a lot of people was looking at me like, "Well, why you getting out? Well, what you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know, but I know I'm gonna be happy because this right here is slowly killing me."
Oh my gosh!
And people get out and be successful.
Right.
You know, they make it seem like, and now, although it does, baby, you know, everything is taken care of for you, medical, you know, your housing, everything is taken care of for you. But at the same time, you got to pick, you know, it's a catch-22.
Right.
So people get out and be successful. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I might can do that.
No, you are doing it. I swear, you're such an inspiration. I'm so happy you actually came.
Girl, you better stop, girl.
I know. And I know you're a crybaby, so I ain't going to say a lot. but I mean, looking from your story, just to see your growth and the fact, like I said, we known each other since we were kids, so just to see how you're growing to like your motherhood and having your boyfriend, which we understand he's your boyfriend now, but he's not gonna be a boyfriend for long. But
amen. Bring it from your mouth to God ears when you hear her, God.
Yes. So just seeing you and just seeing your transition, because again, it could have went far left when you got out. You know, you could have had like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, and then next thing you know, you're trying to get your 100% VA benefits, stable, and, you know, stuff like that. So
you're right.
Yeah. And then you could be living in, you know, Phoenix City and Fort Mitchell, you know, smelling the paper plant.
You're
right. Oh my God. That was so shady. I'm sorry.
It was.
But yes. So I am definitely proud of you. So all right. Y'all, this is probably gonna be the most hilarious show the whole time. I'm gonna let you know that now. All right. So switching gears, so now we can talk about motherhood. So you did mention about, you know, getting out, just want to be around family, especially your son and, you know, significant other and your, you know, your mom and your sister and brother. Yes. So, and I know we had talked about it before, and it's about growing up, you know, having a mom that either, cause being a single mom, because, you know, my mom was a single mom, not able to make it to certain things, and, you know, not having that bonding moment in the morning where I could take you to school and all that. So, and it's crazy because I meant to DM you the other day. So after we talked about that, me and my mom had a talk, and me and her was talking about how involved I was with the kids, and, you know, like going on field trips and all that stuff. And I actually told her, I said, Mom, I said, the one reason why I go so hard for what I do and make sure that my business work is because I miss the fact that you couldn't be there. And she actually apologized, and she said, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have, but, you know, of course she had to work. It was just her and my, you know, my sisters. But just to show that that is important to, you know, your overall life. And I know you even mentioned Roman's doing way better in school. So tell us about that transition as far as stay-at-home girlfriend and being able to have that time with your son.
So, our typical day when I was in the military was me waking my baby up around 5:15, and, you know, I've always fixed him breakfast in the morning. I've always cooked him breakfast, and so we rush to eat, and then we're sitting outside of his school waiting until the doors open at 7:15. So it was always rush, and I always couldn't. Well, I can say I always had to call different people to pick him up after school because I never knew what time I would get off, or, you know, so I might get a call on the way to pick him up and I had to turn around. So fast forward to now, not only am I, you know, waking him up at 7:10 now, but I'm still cooking him breakfast. You know, I'm picking him up before 7, and we actually sitting down. He's looking at me like, "So, Mom, what you gonna do?" And I'm like, "I don't know what you want to do." You know what I'm saying? It feels like the weekend. You know, and it's such an amazing feeling. Like, I mean, because I used to be so emotional having to wake him up that early. Like, what, you know, he doesn't, his job is to go to school and be good. Why does my baby have to wake up so early? Right. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was playing football at the time. You know, I couldn't make it to the games. And that was really eating me up because, it's like you said, my mom, she worked a lot. So she, you know, she made it to some games. But nevertheless, I wanted to make it to all his games. Right. You know, so now I'm talking about really, when I tell you I pick my baby up, we just sit there in the car sometimes.
Because we don't got shit else to do.
I don't know how to play Fortnite. We just sit there having a good old time.
Well, good. That is so funny. Oh my God. All right. So y'all sitting there, you know, just chilling. So he does not ride the bus. I don't think he does. No, I think he walks, right?
No. Well, so.
Well, he was walking, but you was there.
Yeah, when our man is off, he worked 4 days on, 4 days off. So the 4 days the days that he's off during the week, we walk to school. We live less than a mile away from the school. Okay. So the days that he doesn't, me and Rome sometimes go to Waffle House, or we'll chill, just talk about how we're going to start our day. And then, you know, I drop him off at school.
Y'all actually go to Waffle House in the morning?
Yeah.
What time do y'all be waking up?
If we go to Waffle, because we usually do Waffle House Fridays. So every Friday we go to Waffle House.
That is so cute. Yeah, I'm not ready. I like my sleep too much.
I know.
Y'all better grab a granola bar and eat breakfast at school to call it a day. No, because like Mason, since we are in district now, because since Kaylin was in, well, 6th grade, well, from 1st to 5th, not 6th grade. Well, not first, but kindergarten, they were going to school out of district. So we were having to drive them 30 minutes one way to school. Right. Wow. So we had the 5 o'clock in the morning, you know, wake ups and all that. But now since they're going to school in district, Rashawn wants them to ride the bus so bad, which I hate it because I'm like, kids are mean on the bus. Matter of fact, I got a story after I say this. Okay. My kids are mean on the bus. You know, I don't want them. And they're so used to being car riders. Like, folks don't understand. It's not cool to ride the bus like it used to be these days. You know what I'm saying? So Mason has to get on the bus at 6:39, and the fact is, the little bus stupid ass driver will leave if he's not there. Like, she don't wait.
Girl, shut your mouth.
At all. Yeah, I don't like her. So 6:39, and then Kaylin has to be on the bus by, I want to say 7:59. So I'm having to get up, get Mason ready by himself. Yep. Kaylin, you know, she gets herself ready. She got her alarm. She do her thing or whatever. Yeah. And I just eat breakfast with her here. But no, girl, so one day, because, you know, Mason is a little bit light-skinned killer. Yeah. So
Yes.
He tells me one day, like, these two boys was picking on him on the bus. And I'm like, okay, are y'all just like jabbing? Like, y'all just going back? He was like, yeah. And, you know, Mason think he's so cool. He was like, yeah, man, I was roasting him. And then he got mad, right? And he was like, he said that he was going to beat me up. And I was like, okay, was he just playing? You know, he was like, I guess he was, because we're still friends. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then the next day he had came home. He was like, Mom, he was like, one of the brothers, which is out of the two, had hit him in the face. So I was like, what is it? Right. I was like, well, did you hit him back? And he was like, no, because his brother told me not to. So, of course, Rayshawn, being from the hood he is, I'm about to use the N-word. Nigga, if you don't hit him back, I'm going to whoop your ass. Like, goddamn. I'm like, first of all, we're not going to do this hitting situation. I'm like, Mason, you're going to turn red. Like, we cannot have that. So I'm like, yes, if he hits you first, definitely fight back and you won't get in trouble, but don't try to like just go in. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
exactly.
cool.
So girl, something told me that next morning to get up and go watch him at the bus stop. Yes. Okay. So I'm at the driveway. Mason walks down. These two badass boys come to the bus stop, and I seen one of the boys grab Mason's book bag, swing him around by the book bag, and threw the book bag in the yard. Bitch.
Brittany.
You hear me?
Brittany.
So, girl, I had to go out there looking like Cam Newton and Auntie Mama with my hair wrapped, no panties on, flip-flops with a big ass t-shirt on. Talk about, if you ever touch my baby again, I'm going to whoop your ass. Tell your mama. Girl, I seen red. At that point, Rosa, I seen red. I know. Girl, I couldn't. So he's like, yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Right. I was like, I understand y'all playing. It's cool to play. I said, but that is not the way. If he's not doing you like that, you don't do him like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So since then, he hasn't had any type of problem, child.
And that's especially when you know your child. When you know your child doesn't start drama. Right. You know your child is friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. No. And Mason is the sweetest kid
ever.
Yes,
I believe it.
Yeah. Because he will befriend anybody. And it's just like, because he told me today when I picked him up from school, he's talking about when his little girlfriend said she didn't want to be his friend no more. I'm like, boy, it's hoes out there everywhere. Right? Right. I'm like, she be back around in like 2 weeks. I'm like, maybe she just going through something. Like, she'll be fine. And he was like, you sure? I'm like, yes. Mason, I'm sure she will come back around.
Look, I know her mama. She good. She gonna come back.
Right. She be gonna be fine. So yeah. So I don't know how we got. Oh yeah. So from him walking. So if we could walk, I would. But they are definitely riding the bus now.
Yeah. Yep. I understand.
All right. So enough about kids. So let's move on to love life. So tell me about how you and your significant other met.
Oh my goodness, that's my baby. So, he's gonna kill me for telling this because he loves telling lies to other people. So we did not
tell your
know
truth, girl.
Okay, we did not know one another. What happened was, one day I was, you know how you have those little spells where you like, I'm about to get off social media for a little while. I need to find myself again. So I was going through one of those little spells. And the day that I was deactivating my Facebook account, he sent me a message. I was on his little news feed as people you may know. Okay. And he sent my profile picture and just shot me a DM. And I was like, you know what? I never did this before. I usually don't respond to people. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see what he's talking about since I don't know him.
Okay. So and like you really did not know him at all.
At all, Brittany. Okay. At all. And Columbus is not the biggest.
Right. That's almost like you never crossed paths.
That's what I'm saying. And for us to be, because he's 33, I'm 31. Okay. I've never, and you know what? Later on, I see why I never seen him anywhere because he's a really good guy.
I'm gonna say he has to be super low key, like chill when he chills, but you ain't gonna catch him out in the streets everywhere. Okay,
that's it. Right. That's it. So he hit me up, and we saw one another, and he told me that he was ready for a family, and that was during the time where, like I said, I came here from Hawaii on that compassionate assignment, and they was trying to send me back. So he was telling me this, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute, sir. I'm just trying to hit. Like, I ain't even like." to be honest, you know, I have a family. Like, I got a son. I'm good. So, of course, he changed my mind about all that because I didn't go back to Hawaii.
Right.
And so I'm here. I'm here and ready. That's my boo. Woo!
Okay, so you're loving it. You're happy.
Yes, Brittany.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. So when are y'all gonna get married? Because you keep on talking
please.
about plates, and if you don't show up, we ain't gonna be friends no more. I'm gonna have to defriend your ass on social media.
It's funny because I mention those things, and because we'll talk about it. Just yesterday, we was talking about eloping. Who would get upset if we just went to Vegas and eloped? You know, marriage is something that's out there for both of us. You know, like I said, when we first met, he told me he wanted a wife, and so. I didn't, like I said, I've been married before. So I really wasn't in a rush to even think about getting married again until he came into my life.
Right.
So, we both know that the time is coming. You know, I know. So look, what's the day?
What's the 26th? Girl, when you stay at home, child, you lose track. I'm gonna go ahead
and I'm like, baby, you can get me the bread tie. And wrap it around. You could throw it in the air. I catch it. Like, I'm ready.
Oh my God. No, I was gonna say because I told you we didn't have a full out wedding. Like, we actually got married a year before everyone knew we did. We just went to the courthouse. Yes, we did. So it was we got married around the time when they had that big eclipse here in Georgia.
Yes,
we got married that same day.
Were they mad?
No,
how did you tell people?
We didn't tell nobody until, because we had our wedding on a cruise. So we didn't tell nobody until the cruise day. And it was like, hey, you guys, this is actually our 1 year anniversary versus the wedding. But the thing is, it confuses the hell out of us, because when people are like, oh, well, how long y'all been married? We have to really think like, well, shit.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So
now, what made y'all do that? What made y'all just not have a full wedding? Because honestly, I'm just on and off thinking about it.
Right. So at the end of the day, money.
Girl, tell me about it. Yes.
So it's just that I just honestly feel like it's such a waste of money. Like, I would like a big wedding if I had the money just to splurge, but the fact is I will have to budget and all this stuff. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. So the money thing also, since me and him both been married before, he was married for 8 years, and then I was married for my cool like 1.5, which didn't count, but whatever.
I feel you. Same here, a year and a half.
Right. That don't count. Right. It don't count. You know, had a baby and stuff, that counted, but the marriage.
Right.
So with us both being married before, it was just like, you know, we knew it was right. We knew we can always throw a bomb ass party afterwards if down the line.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, I want to have a wedding now. And he'd be like, all right. So I guess it was just, it was that, like I said, and I know what type of wedding I would want. I'm like, I don't got to budget for it. I know I don't.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I totally understand. See, and I was thinking that too on my end, but the only issue with that is, if anybody know the Taylors in Columbus, they know that they are good people. So his family, he has 8 siblings.
Oh wow!
And 5 of those siblings are married. And, it's him and his other 2 brothers that aren't married, but they are, like 8 siblings. That means a lot of people. Exactly. You know, there's a lot of aunties, cousins, kids, all this other stuff, and they would have a fit if
y'all don't have no wedding. Yeah, you have to.
But then it's like, but are you gonna pay for your plate? Like, who gonna DJ? Like, it got to be a family affair then, because I'm with you. I feel like it's such a waste of money, especially if you can't do it how you want to.
Exactly, and you're literally paying for the moment for other people.
That's Brittany. Oh my goodness. Yes.
For you to have fun.
Yes.
Like, no, take me back to the damn Bahamas so I can frolic with my thong on and live my best life and talk to them folks on a cruise ship. I'm good.
Exactly. And just the thought of the stress behind it. And being late, and I can't do it. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh my gosh. Did your sister have a wedding? Is she married?
She is married. They've been married for about 4 years, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was actually just me, my mom, my sister, and her husband. We just were at a park. They had someone come out, and that was it. We had a photo shoot. All of us wore the same colors. We had a photo shoot, and that was it. It was really nice.
See, yeah, that's why, because I'm thinking, like, who would I have as my bridesmaids? And then I think one time I was thinking about it, me and my sisters were talking about it. I'm like, look, they're going to have to be fine as hell because I don't want nobody messing my pictures. You know what I'm saying? Myself, like, oh my God, you so shallow. I'm like, if I'm paying $1,200 for this photographer to come out.
Okay.
No, all my bitches need to be bad.
Thank you. Sorry. And then, that is one thing that we decided on, that we will not have a bridal party.
Cool. Okay. I agree.
So it's a little less stress and less money, having to worry about folks affording a dress or folks, extra plates. I don't know. I just said, you know what? It's just about us. It's just going to be me, him, and Roman up there. So
and something. But it's crazy because of course the white people, the white counterparts, girl, they can get married and someone backyard get a string of light on right. Why we can't do that?
Why we gotta be extra?
I don't know. Come on. I don't know. Have barbecue, have grandpa on the pit, smoking some hogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let us do that. Oh my God, that's trying to be cheap.
Oh my goodness.
Like it's a regular Sunday.
You are so right. Oh my goodness.
All right. So hopefully y'all make the decision. I mean, I guess sometime soon where y'all get married or go to Las Vegas.
I know, that's what I said.
Yeah. We did. We came across that too. We were thinking, because again, at the end of the day, it's only about you two and how much you guys love each other, and it will make it even more special. So,
exactly.
I'm agreeing with that. All right, so flipping scripts again. So let's talk about this whole real estate investment monopoly board. You got your little car, or I don't know. Are you the car or the hat right now? Which one are you? Because you are doing the most down in Columbus. So what made you decide to go into real estate?
So what happened was, prior to me getting out the military, we was actually thinking about buying a house. And we went to a couple of friends of ours and asked them about, what area do y'all think will be good? And they put in our head, why don't y'all buy a multi-family unit and live in there and let someone else pay the mortgage for it? And it clicked in our head, like, hold on, why we haven't been thought about this? Right. So immediately we started looking around Columbus just to see, what the multifamily homes look like here, what the small duplexes look like here and the size of them. Because at the time we was living in a pretty big apartment. It was about 1,700 square feet. And so we was looking around and we said, you know what, we just gonna go ahead, jump head first into this thing. And so what made me really say, yes, we're going to do it is because me getting out in the military, I had to think about how can I bring money and still bring money into the household to where we're not, missing that money as much. Right. And so we found this duplex. We have one side renting out, and this type of duplex is actually 2 houses. It's not your average 2 apartment duplex. So we have one house, we have one side that we live in, one of the houses, and then connected in the back is a separate house, and we have that side rented out, and that side pays our mortgage.
Wow. Like in total, like y'all not coming out of pocket at all?
Yeah, we come out $77.
Woo, child.
And that's with insurance added. We have flood insurance. We had to get flood insurance. All this stuff is added in. And I mean, so what we've been doing is paying, our apartment that we were staying in was about almost $1,100. So here we still paying $1,100 as if we're staying in an apartment, and then the amount that the tenant pays goes to our emergency fund, just in case something happens, that we need to fix something, the money is available for us.
Okay. All right. So as far as the process, because I know you did a lot of renovation when it came to getting the apartment ready. So tell us about that. Like, did you guys just YouTube shit? Like, yo, we need to put up this backflash.
Brittany, oh my goodness.
YouTube University. I tell people that.
Okay. So one thing that we did not plan on doing is the renovations ourselves. So we actually we hired someone, and you know me, I'm trying to be nice, and you know, this person is up and coming and trying to get his stuff together and his side work, and that was the biggest mistake we made. So you know, he did some things right, he did a lot of things wrong. And versus us only spending, because we put a budget in for only $8,000 to spend on renovations, we ended up spending $15,000. So that's a big jump when you count on our savings to get in the military. Now that money that's in my savings is going to renovations, you know. So we definitely was on YouTube. Oh my goodness, my baby was on that. And I'm like, baby, please just don't electrocute yourself. That's all I ask. When I tell you, Brittany, we had the power turned off, changing the outlets. I'm talking about like not the plates, not the plates.
No, the actual wiring.
Yes, Brittany. Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'm talking about, we put blood, sweat, and tears into the renovations. And that's why it means so much more to us, because we didn't just buy it turnkey ready, move in. You know, we bought it and we knew we had to do some things to it. We just didn't know how much. But it just shows us that we can do it. You know, we can go to the next one and point out what needs to be done, how much it might cost, and we can do it ourselves if we have the time.
Okay, all right. So getting into this real estate game, what would be one thing you would tell a person with you going through it? What would be one piece of advice you wish you had before starting?
Save money. Although I use my VA loan, a lot of people think using the VA loan, you won't have to come out of pocket when it comes to real estate. That's definitely false. Yeah, okay. The earnest money, the closing costs, all this stuff came out of my pocket. You know, one thing that I did learn early on was not to fall in love with a property as well, because I got my feelings hurt a lot of times when, you know, I see a piece of land that I like, and then, you know, the builder might tell me no. So what happened was, when we first started, because we started in January looking for places, and I found a piece of land that a builder owned, and so, I'm emailing him, and he's like, yeah, I can get you enough with this price, get this built. But then when we met in person, everything changed. I don't want to say it was me being
black.
Exactly.
Racist. You know that whole meme, little boy, racist. That's all I see. Racist.
Yes. Everything was compensated over the emails. Everything was fine. And when he walked in, he was like, oh, and my feelings were so hurt. But that just showed me that, you know what, that wasn't for me. That's fine. My feelings were hurt now. But, you know, I had to move on. So that's one thing I would tell someone, is to don't fall in love with a property or a piece of land, because it's plenty out there. And just to, you know, look around. Don't like I did. I was done after that, because I'm one of them people who, when I see something, I want it.
I want it, and I want it now.
Exactly.
I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get it.
Thank you. So the main thing I would say is have money saved up. Have money saved up.
All right. So y'all living in this house. You have your side. Was it hard giving up the apartment, or were you?
It was. Oh my goodness, because the house is smaller.
Okay.
And you know, of course, with the apartment, you have all these amenities. We had a maid come through every 6 weeks. We had valet trash. You know, we had just the gym, you know, the little things that you know, just the comfortability of living in an apartment, knowing someone is right there, so you're not as scared being at home by yourself, you know. And then now I'm at this house, and you know, at night I'm looking around like, what's that noise?
You're right, on your camera. Oh my God,
Girl,
you have to follow her. I'm gonna let her put out her handles when we get finished. But I understand, child, because I'm just like I tell Rashawn, if he's not here, I cannot sleep. Like I legit for 2 hours, and that's it. Right, doors open, lights on.
Yes,
like, I ain't grown. Like, you used to live by yourself, and you just you get comfortable. And then might see, now this how crazy I am, because we got cameras at the house too, but I'd be so scared to turn them on, because if I see some shit I ain't supposed to see,
Brittany, folks don't understand that. I can't watch the cameras. I'm scared.
Right. I'm like, I'm gonna see a ghost. I'm gonna see something that I'm not supposed to see at this house. I'm gonna die. I already know. So, girl, because when I seen that story when you was talking about that, I already knew. Girl, I felt the pain.
Brittany, Yes, baby. These, because in our living room, we have pretty big windows and motion lights outside. Baby, it's nothing more scarier than sitting there and then the motion light come on. I'm dead. Like, that's it. Like, I'm gone. I'm dying. Bye. Like, yes, I understand.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah. All right. So just living, I mean, honestly, it's the comfort zone. Cause yes, you're right. Being in an apartment, you got somebody next to you, up from you, whatever. So,
Exactly.
oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right. So what is y'all next move as far as with this whole real estate thing? What's your next big goal that you guys have set for yourselves?
So I told myself before this year is out, I wanted to have another unit. And, by the grace of God, it will be done. Like I said, today, I actually had a meeting with the owner for a triplex. It's a 3-unit. So if that goes through over the weekend, you'll see me celebrating and hooping and hollering. So the end goal, of course, is to, like I said, get about 15 to 17 units so my baby can leave his job and we both can be out here hitting the ground running. Spreading from Columbus, going to Phoenix City, shooting up to Atlanta, just having properties everywhere, go from apartments to flipping houses to, Airbnb. We trying to do it all,
Look now, y'all gonna be on HGTV and have those couples on there talking about, I roll pennies for a living and I made $1.2 million.
Look, exactly. I turn doorknobs for a living. Like, what the hell do these people do? Like, how they get these jobs?
Girl, it's crazy and it's funny. And me and my friend was talking about this from Columbus. I'm not gonna mention his name because he probably don't want me to. But it's just coming from Columbus and growing up. We ended up being so small-minded, and until you can, until you can kind of, move out, kind of spread your wings and kind of experience other things. So, so for instance, like when I moved up to Atlanta and I brought my mom up here, and me and her, we drove around all this stuff, looked at the houses, and she was like, oh my gosh, she was like, all these $1 million homes and all these Black people living in these homes. She was like, what do they do? They must like sell drugs or, whatever. And I'm like, no, Mom, like they're doctors and lawyers.
Yep.
And she was like, and coming from Columbus, of course, we had our sides. You either lived on north side, east side, south side. Nobody mixed together unless, you play sports or whatever. But me and him was talking about how like Green Island Hills was untouchable to us. Like, oh my God, you made it.
Yes.
Oh, you live in Green Island Hills. I'm like, bitch, I can afford Green Island Hills right now and some.
Exactly.
Right. So it's just being able to see that and just have that bit. Hold on quick. Yes, ma'am. Oh, come in. Hold on. They asked me for
okay.
Oh, thank you. Can you have your daddy refill my wine glass, please, and bring it back?
And do you want Remy to have something?
He can have a half a cookie. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
You're such a good mom. You're such a good mom.
Just make some sugar cookies. And they're actually still warm. So, okay, well, cool. I'll eat that and get my cholesterol up. But anywho, so we were just talking about, the whole, household and just being able to, spread your wings. And it is entrepreneurship and be successful and, take that risk. Because, of course, being from the hometown, it's like if you don't work at Aflac, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
There you go. Those 3. Thank you.
It's like, what can you do with your life? So it's just I'm happy that you're able to see that vision and want, more for yourself. So that's awesome.
Yes.
But yeah. So, all right. So buying more properties and so where y'all going to live? Are y'all going to just build your own home or?
See, and that's a good question. So moving into this unit, we're using a VA loan. So when you use a VA loan, you have to stay in a unit for at least a year. Okay. And so that was the problem, trying to find a unit big enough for us because I didn't want a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. So the plan is once I can get my baby out of his job, that means that we'll have enough income coming in so we can chill a little bit. And during that time, we plan on using, money we've saved up to go ahead and start building our dream home from there. So once the goal is between 4 and 5 years from now. So then we're going to move out of here, have, rent this out, and then be living in a home that will be there, for a long time.
Wow. Your forever home.
Yes. Yes.
So even though this is about you and, and you're my guest, I got to ask about your mama. How's your mama doing?
She's doing good. Everybody look at her and be like, when she ever home? I'm like, I just want her to be a regular grandma, bake cookies and sit down somewhere, mama. God damn.
Girl, she be living her best life. I think actually I follow her on Instagram on my Bad and Bougie Moms podcast. And girl, I swear, but she been fly. She always been fly. So
and you know what? I can't even say nothing. You right. You right. You right.
So yeah, all right. So mama's doing good. All right. And you said sister?
Yes.
Your sister House Lacey, she's doing good?
Yeah, she has my 2 nieces and nephew. They're in Norcross living a life. She her husband, just such a good mom and dad. And I'm like, I'm looking at Roma like, baby, we barely surviving over here. Like every day I just thank God that he's still here.
Right. So you still alive? Like, okay, we good.
I know.
We good. And how's your brother?
All right.
Right. How's your brother doing?
He's doing good. He's
okay.
Actually, he's locked up right now. So he's looking to get out next year. So that's I'm renting everything, every center, every club, and all the strippers to come out that night. You know what I'm saying?
All right, no, it's gonna be y'all need to have like a whole month celebration.
Yes, and we will. I can't wait to see my baby.
I know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up everything because we're about to legit talk for like almost an hour. So, all right, so at the end of each episode, we play this little game called the hot seat.
Oh Lord.
Which is 5 random questions that you have to answer, from the top of your head. So would you like to play?
Oh, I'm scared. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hit eating cookies, girl. They are good though. Lord Jesus. All right. So question number 1. How would you describe the perfect guy for you?
Emmanuel Taylor.
I knew that was coming.
Gotta be safe.
Right. All right. Question number 2. Name one of the craziest places you ever had sex.
Oh, shit. Brittany, this is horrible. The craziest place I ever had sex, the movie theater.
The what?
The movie theater.
The movie theater? Okay. I thought you said the wilderness. I'm like, bitch, you been getting up in Wisconsin and you having sex out there with the bears and the raccoons. Like, oh my God. All right. The movie theaters. All right, cool. All right, wait, which movie theater?
Look at I'd rather not say.
All right.
You need is $1.50. No, I'm just
all right. So that means that it was across from Peachtree Mall, you guys. If you're from Columbus, just to let you know. All right. All right. So question number 3. Oh Lord, if you could shoot your shot to anyone in the world, who would it be outside of your boo?
Okay, if I could shoot my shot coming.
Oh yeah. He's so fine.
He is, Lord, and he's so deep.
He's so deep, girl. Right? Especially your own self. Like, damn. Like, should I be with you? Oh my God. Like, I don't know. He be like, girl, how many times you pee today? I don't know. How many times should I pee?
Exactly. Tell me.
Right. Oh my God. All right. Question number 4. Do you think social media ruin relationships?
No.
No. Okay. And why not?
If it's an issue, that means it's already an issue within a relationship. One thing that I was very afraid of coming into a new relationship because, well, let me just say, my past relationship, we didn't do any social media. Any social media. He didn't mention me on his. I didn't mention him on mine, and I didn't like that. So coming into this new relationship, I didn't have to bring it up to him. He immediately told me, "You cool with social media?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right," because I got to show you off. Like stuff like that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, "Well, titles don't mean much," or out of sight. I just, to me, it's a big deal.
Right.
And you gotta be with somebody who meets that. It gotta be a big deal to them as well.
Right.
So,
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. All right. So last question. Could you stay in a relationship if your partner cannot please you sexually? Like everything else is bomb except for the sex.
No.
Okay. Great answer.
No.
Great answer. Great answer. All right.
We're going to work it out.
We're going to work out. We're going to have to find some that's going to have to work for us. I don't know
exactly.
But yeah, watching porn or something, I don't know what.
Exactly.
Exactly. Going to happen. Oh my God. All right. So this is a bonus question. And this is off the top of my head. All right. So do you watch CNN? Are you into the news?
I am a little here and there.
Okay, so did you see where they're trying to impeach Trump?
Yes.
Okay, how you feel about that? Do you think it's going to happen or not?
No.
Thank you.
I think it's a good way to get us riled up.
Exactly.
Like, oh yeah, but that shit is not about to happen
At all whatsoever.
No.
The only thing I could think, and I don't know if they could do this, if they could just stop him from running in 2020.
Exactly.
Like, you know what?
Yes.
We're gonna impeach you, but we just don't want you to run again. I'll be cool with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll be happy with that. But as far as like impeaching him altogether, no.
That man's so damn slick at the mouth.
I know, man. One of them people that's smart and you just be like, oh, like,
shut up.
Yes, they know all the ways to get through the system and shit.
Right.
Like,
girl, he probably living on food stamps right now. We don't even know it. That's why I'm just thinking, I like him not paying no taxes. Now they do this billionaire. I like he getting all the government assistance. I know.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm happy you said that. Yes.
All right, Ro. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast show. And if people want to follow you and your amazing journey to this whole lifestyle of just financial wealth and not financial wealth, but generational wealth.
Yes,
I love that. That's what we're trying to do over here too, girl. But what is your social media handles?
Okay, so on IG, you can follow me at _Hollis, HOLLIS, and Facebook is Ro Hollis.
All right. We didn't talk about your hair journey.
Oh, you know what? We did.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna hit on this for like 3 minutes, and then we're gonna say, all right. So your hair journey. So how long have you been? Have your hair been locked up?
I started my lock journey February 13th of last year. So a little bit, a year and a half, year and 7-8 months.
Okay. And your boo said that he did have some play in it that I guess he been pulling your hair. That's why it's grown so long. I was like, babe, do that.
But look, he liking it now. But at first, he was just looking at me like, baby, I don't know about this. How they say, look, how many times you supposed to water it? Because this shit ain't growing.
Right, because at one point, because it was like just at your ear when you first
started.
Yes,
Brittany, they was so short. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. So are you loving it? What is just like your favorite product to use?
And you know what's funny about that is I washed my hair one time, and when I washed it that one time, I seen that I can't wash it myself anymore. So I don't use anything myself, and that's horrible. I'm a lazy lockhead. I don't mess with my hair. I go and get it done. I don't touch it.
Okay. So you just go get it done and just call it a day, and you just last whenever you got to go back. Like, yo, I need for you to.
That's it. Yes, that's it.
Hey, you sound like me in the creamy crack. I tell like my beautician, she was because when we went on the cruise, I was worried about getting my hair wet, and I was like, I don't know how to do my hair. And she was like, Brittany, your hair is super short, and I was like, girl, once you curl it this one time, after it lasts me until 2 weeks. Like, I don't do anything. Yeah, and she was like, girl, all you got to do is get some foam wrap and all this stuff. Ma'am, when I said I had to have her write me down all this shit so I could go
you. You
know how long it's been since I've been to a beauty supply store? Ma'am, when I said I had to call up my homegirl, I was like, girl, they sell tights in here, chips, sands. I'm like, I've never seen this.
Exactly. That's exactly how I am. Yes.
Child. So yes, now I got all these hair products in here collecting dust because I only needed it for the trip. And
that's it.
Right, that was it. Exactly. I was like, it was to the point I honestly was just gonna buy like a wig and like, look, I'm just gonna have to rock this wig for a whole week, calling that. She was like, girl, if you don't throw no stuff on there and your hair gonna curl right up and all this stuff. And I was like, it's gonna look dry. Like, come on. So,
I feel you.
Yeah, child. I'm a creamy crack baby all day.
Yes, ma'am.
I tell you, I don't care. All right, we about to get out of here. All right, say bye to the people.
All right, thank y'all for listening.
All right, and we are done.
All right, guys, that is it for us. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you would like to get into some more fun, follow us on social media. On Instagram, we are at Bad and Bougie Moms. On Facebook, at The Bad and Bougie Moms. And also on Twitter, at BBM_podcast. Make sure you like, share, and comment on any of the podcast platforms that you listen to us on. Again, we hope you guys enjoy. See you later.